Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with something new, but I don't know what we're going to do with it from here. This is Talks Machina. Now, I've been told by many people that Talks Machina, even Campaign 2 Talks Machina, is filled with spoilers, and it would make sense because we're all probably having drinks, having an old sit-down chat, and just spitballing things at each other. Now, obviously they can't spoil anything for Campaign 2 if I watched it episode by episode, but we're afraid of Vox Machina spoilers. So I don't know, maybe at some point I'll start doing Campaign 1 too. This is the way I'm looking at it at this point. I started rolling through my head and I'm like, I want to do Campaign 1, but I don't want to spoil the show. But I don't want to spoil this show, so I can't watch Talks Machina for Campaign 2. I feel like by the time all the seasons come out for Vox Machina, we're talking a good 5+ years. Even if one season comes out a year and they do 4 or 5 seasons, that would be less than a season per arc, which I don't know if they're going to do, but they could. But I'm thinking there's going to be 4 or 5 seasons minimum. If that's the case, and they did 1 a year, that's 5 years. I don't know if I can stay spoiler free and avoid all these different things. And you guys are doing a good job of telling me what to not watch and what to watch. This is a video that I'm told I could watch. Lace Up Hockey said that he is pretty sure there's no spoilers. He said to confirm it from other people, but I'm going to go in assuming that if you don't see one right in your face kind of spoiler, I'm going to at some point experience little things here and there. So I'm not too upset about that. I see in the comments a lot of people are talking to one another or things that happen in live streams, and people are like very concerned about spoilers. And I understand that. I don't want to get spoiled as well. But if they're mild and it's a slip up and something happens, I don't know. It's like, hey, it's going to happen. That's the way I'm looking at it. My whole point to that is we're going to do things like this and we're going to see what happens because I just feel like there's so much stuff I'm avoiding because of fear of spoilers. So like I said before, if you guys have videos you think I could watch or things I should watch that aren't spoilery, or you want to edit up your own videos, I have a lot of people that send me videos that they edit up themselves that are videos that are spoilery, that they just cut things out. Now, you don't got to do that. I don't expect anybody to do that. But if you do it, and you tell me it's spoiler free, I'll watch it because that's pretty much what I'm doing here. This will get me a feel for Talks Machina. That's what Lace Up Hockey also said. If you guys don't know Lace Up Hockey, him and the dude JB are my moderators now for the live streams on Friday. We have minimum 50 people in the last stream the whole time, I feel like. Upwards of 100 sometimes. Point being, I need people in the chat that could help me control things, spoilers. They could handle spam and bots and cursing and stuff like that. Not that you can't curse in the chat, but excessively, stuff like that. My brother used to do it, but he isn't around on Friday. So the dude JB, Lace Up Hockey, help me out. And this is from Lace Up Hockey. Let's just check it out. It'll get me familiar with it. I only know one thing. I'm assuming it's in the studio that we use for the other stuff that they do, because I've seen the studio. I just don't know when they actually built that studio, actually. Maybe it's not around yet in Campaign 2. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen something this old in the studio, because I've watched the Vox Machina watch-alongs and stuff, but that's all current. Either way, let's just jump in. We'll talk more at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do, full-on edited episodes of all the shows on the channel. We got the hour-long Patreon hour on Patreon only. Obviously, that's why it's called the exclusive hour-long Patreon hour. But at some point, I feel like I will throw those up on the channel. Not anytime soon, but at some point I'll throw them up. Patreon link at the end if you guys are interested. If not, here we go, guys. This is Talks Machina, the Chaos Couch 2.0.
Henry.
My God, that got right into it.
Is he saying hi to everybody?
Yeah, he was peeking through.
I love the barrel, Grog's barrel.
He's excited to be here. Oh, man. No way.
Held it in.
Just let it go. Your husband doesn't mind doing that on this program.
I'd already like swallowed it, and then it like it just let it out barely.
That's when they get awkward.
Yeah, that's when.
And then they get.
I think we're just gonna jump from scene to scene and just get craziness.
You don't know what could happen.
I love that we have Jester and Bo.
Reform bandits.
Oh God, it's
Burpins.
like stuck and stuck.
I'm so
No,
happy
let it
they
out,
burp on
man.
camera because I
You
burp
built
on
your
stream and
stomach
stuff
or
all the time,
something.
and I always feel guilty
That's
and like
what
a
this hour
pig.
is for.
This hour is just gonna be slowly getting burps out.
There is a
Slowly
crack in
getting
Because I
burps
swallowed
out.
that
In
first
your
one.
chest. I can hear it from here.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
ready. It's
So
ready to say
I've
hello.
got to
Hot
assume.
rocks for dinner? What's going
I don't know.
on?
At this
think it was
point,
the
she's had to have
salad.
had the baby,
Wow.
right?
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
had
I don't know
He had
exactly
salads
when
for
this
lunch and
is.
dinner.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Since I say Ford's gotta go.
the behind her is a giant
Saga
bear.
happening.
I feel like it's Trinket. Is that Trinket?
I can hear a lot of weird.
Laura will have to
going
answer
on.
all her questions with just eyes.
She
It's
is
gonna be
gonna
fun.
explode.
It's
She
gonna be
looks
fun.
like
I
somebody.
hope it's paired with absolutely devastating diarrhea.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's mean.
Wow.
Wow.
I think that was.
She.
That was
I will
sincere.
never feel guilty about being
there's-
gassy during a live stream.
having
I never
noise,
fart or
audio,
anything like that, but I always
experience
burp. I drink a
over
lot of
here,
beers
like,
and I just
it's-
burp a lot at
it's like
some
a
point.
Burning Man art installation. and you
I'll
have
try
be
to
within a
conceal it. You
certain
guys say I
radius.
try my best, but sometimes I just let them go.
Traded people for
Yeah, I felt
That felt
that
good.
got out. Got out.
That
Get
felt
in there.
good.
She looked like.
Oh, there it is. Have Trinket pat you on the back there. He'll get some of them out.
Oh, it is Trinket.
Yeah. Oh, that's
It's actually a
graceful.
shot. That's
that looks
amazing.
wholesome as fuck.
Wholesome as
Hey, Marisha, distract us from Laura's imminent spontaneous combustion with an answer to this
I've
question.
held on to a couple more.
Why? Let him go, girl.
I don't know. I feel like I can't.
You
Still
you've
burping.
already
This is all
absolutely,
just burping.
You know, demoralized yourself on the air.
I did.
I did.
You're no longer America's sweetheart.
Lies.
You're America's sweet fart.
Hashtag America's Sweetheart.
That's good.
No.
Hashtag. Don't make that a
Get
hashtag.
something drawn up for next week.
It looks like sometimes their voices are off, but it
Serious.
doesn't affect
He's
the
been, nope, he's
end
been ordered
result.
Not to listen to you. He's been ordered not to listen to you. I love the
Right
outfit
a little
tonight.
bit.
I love the outfit tonight. Not just because
Is he making fun of her again?
not just because we're kind of matching.
Oh.
But you look like Amelia Earhart's rebellious little sister.
Oh my god, she's in like a freaking pilot outfit.
Look how cute she
Oh my
is.
god,
Like,
it kind of
fine, I'll
does.
take flying lessons. I'm done staying out and
Sister gets all the attention.
That honestly really does look like one of those
I'm not one
old
to
timey.
comment on a woman's appearance.
pilot
but you
outfits.
Look like
I've seen the pictures of Amelia Earhart.
kind of look like
Amelia Earhart.
Ripley
I've
if
seen
she
pictures that
unwillingly got
Ripley?
like an E makeover.
I
you
can
know,
see
like
Ripley too, but like a little more classy.
And then you go, well, I guess it's actually kind of cool, you know?
He's just ripping into them. I guess they're all very good friends, but he is ripping
you
into
something?
them.
Are they remaking Top Gun except with college dropouts?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We apply
wait,
for flight training.
Zach, do you still have the from last week?
You need to
Wait, wait,
She is gonna get a complex.
Hold on, hit that. No,
Chaos
no, no,
Couch
no, no,
2.0,
no,
that's the name of the video.
The smoke, man. Come on, she's smoking. I mean, this is.
It's gonna take like 20 minutes.
Like, what if she loved that
like 8
outfit
minutes.
and now you have mentally destroyed her forever? I've seen and
Do whatever you want.
probably experienced things
This
like that
name's made
myself.
up. Rickolas. Nobody's named Rickolas.
It's like Nicholas with an R.
Rick or Nicholas.
Yeah.
It's not Rickolas.
Come on.
Nicholas.
That's ridiculous.
Rickolas Weishaupt wants to know.
If that's his real name, you have
Somebody
just.
should say that backwards.
He's just all about
Maybe not.
ripping people.
After. One more time.
Potassium.
With
Talaker.
That's right.
Whoa.
Well,
Oh, John is dead.
yeah, I was gonna say somewhere someone just fell over dead.
I actually really enjoy
Somewhere
the way
Dallison
this
just
is set
shut
up and the way they just drink,
fresh
no
one.
filter.
I mean, yeah, but the cameras went off, and Travis was the first one that was like, that said something, and he was like, what are the fucking excuses? Like, life is hard? What, you were stressed out? Like, what? Travis was the first one. He's like, I don't fucking care if you're stressed out.
Yeah.
And
What is
it's
she
just
talking
kind of
about?
that, like, and you're like, okay.
They're
so
jumping
crazy, like,
so
the minute
much
we
that
got there
I mean,
and
hey, it works for no
You reverted
spoilers.
back to like the initial bow, the first bow that we met, you know? And then like even further past that, like with this wall, like you saw it just stack up in front of you instantly. And it just like killed Jester to see that. So yeah. she
I'm
was
waiting
just,
for more burps. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I just wanted to make Bo feel better.
Oh man.
You saved me. You saved Bo.
Maybe.
There is a certain amount of it, especially when you're just getting going and you start.
See, even things like that. That could be
100%
taken
feels
spoilery, but I don't know
silly.
what the hell they're talking about. I'm
You're like,
assuming
what the-
In it,
they're
because we
both
do
going
it.
to
That's
risk
why you
dying
become
multiple
a family
times.
with your gaming group.
Yeah.
Is because like you've all experienced these like stupid things together and
Yeah.
these moving things together
Yeah.
and these joyful things together.
Those like so.
She seems so much more relaxed now that
and
she's
then that's how
not
it, like, starts.
trapped in bird
You know,
status.
those first games where you're like, yeah, and everyone's getting excited over a D20, and then cut to 1,000 hours later, and you're like,
Yep.
then I'm here to
Yep.
humble you, Dad.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
That's
an
actually-
incredible game, and
Crying and eating buffalo.
one, hug me, my brother, my imaginary brother. Go to the
It's
house.
like what I was talking about earlier. Childbirth versus breastfeeding.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
What?
No, I was talking
That's
about
true.
that earlier.
Childbirth.
What does that mean?
I thought was less difficult. And I did it. Brag.
And I did it.
I did that shit with no epidural, yo.
Yeah, you did.
So
My
I
mom
was like,
did.
You know, that's
Supposedly.
painful, yes.
I was
but
the easiest
compared
baby.
to breastfeeding, which is like this
I was also
ongoing
the
thing and you don't know
largest.
when the pain is going to stop, I'd take giving birth, you know, over that any day.
Same.
so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Women's
I
bodies
get
are
it.
amazing.
I get it.
Of that, no one wants to argue. Zach?
That's right.
Honestly, I think I'm the same way. I'd rather know and deal with it than not see an end. I hate repetition. I hate not seeing an end. Every week I have a different job, a different task. I'm always in a different location. All right, guys, that was extremely enjoyable. I thought it was going to be them just kind of like prim and proper talking to Brian. I should have known based on the Vox Machina watch-alongs that it was going to be like this because that's how they are. They just curse and they do whatever they want. They get vulgar. They get very... I mean, they do everything. There's no filter. They go everywhere. Every which way you can think of. I've heard them talk about sexual things and dildos and farting and everything. Everything you can think of, they do. They also drink beverages. They have alcohol. Those, though, were like much shorter. I feel like they were only about an hour. I guess, yeah, these are about that. The whole episodes of Talks Machina are about an hour to an hour and a half, give or take. So I guess it's around the same amount of time. But on those, we would watch the show and then talk about the show. This, because there is no show to watch, obviously, and it's all done through D&D campaigning, I'm wondering if it's always like this, because that's how they did it with the watch-along. They would take a couple of the cast members each episode, and then on like the major ones or something, I don't know. I feel like on the bigger one or the finale, they had more people. Either way, I assume when you have big deal campaign stuff going on that there's a larger crowd, but I dig Brian as the host. He is a great host. I like him because he doesn't care. He says what he wants to say. He's totally unfiltered, almost to the point of being rude, but not in a mean way, if you know what I mean. He is ripping into everybody. He was making fun of Ricolus's name. Now that could be a real dude's name, and you could say that is extremely wrong what he's doing or very offensive. It depends how sensitive you are. I think things like that are fair game as a comedian, as jokesters. I am a big deal jokester. They're jokesters. Brian clearly is as well. I feel like all of them are. Brian, pretty much half of the video was making fun of the way Marisha's dressed. And it honestly did look like all the things he compared it to. It does look like a more fancy Ripley. It does look like Amelia Earhart's outfit when she's flying. I mean, he wasn't wrong, but I'm guessing they've all got to be very good friends, because I would joke with girls that I'm friends with like that. But if I was like interviewing somebody and I kind of knew them, I wouldn't comment on their outfit, let alone multiple times. Because what if they are like, yeah, that's real funny, but now it like gives them like a complex. There had to have been many times in my life people have said stuff that made me think twice about wearing something just based on the fact that they said a certain thing about it. Now, I don't care at all. I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with what Brian did. I'm just saying, based on the way the world is and the sensitivity levels of everybody, I could see that being a problem. But I thought it was friggin' hilarious. And I love that Marisha's all about it. The only reason I bring it up is because I don't know what kind of relationship they all have together. And based on the way they talk to each other, I have to assume they hang out all the time. Now, I know Ashley Johnson is very good friends with them, obviously has been doing it a while. I have to assume Brian's been part of that. Maybe not in the campaign itself, but if Ashley Johnson's been their friend this long, Brian's got to be a near and dear friend to all of them. That is the point I'm saying. I just feel like it would be very inappropriate for somebody who is interviewing these people for maybe the first time or maybe one of the first times. Also, this is Talks Machina, episode 92. I just noticed that up there in the corner. It says episode 92. So I didn't notice any spoilers or anything, but even if they never met him before, they would have probably done this dozens of times at this point. So I could totally see this being like the comfortable atmosphere they're in. I prefer this. They're drinking. I see they're chilling back, having drinks. She's pretending she's smoking weed. They're just going with it. And I enjoy that. And I like that. And at the end there, don't think I didn't hear they said to Arsqueef, he looked at a picture of Arsqueef and said, yeah, Arsqueef has nothing to say to that because they were talking about, you wanna have anything to say about what Laura said? Zach, you want anything? Arsqueef, you got anything? And then the dog Henry, I'm assuming Henry is in a lot of those. I see guys do that often, girls too. I see them incorporate animals. I myself have told you guys many times, right over here, you can't see it off screen, but there is a pedestal, a giant pedestal where my cats sit. And now that the weather's getting nice, I have the windows open and they're sitting there chilling and they're adorable. I was thinking of posting a cat cam just for the sake of showing them once in a while, break up the monotony, and they're adorable and they're meowing right now and it's cute. They're like not meowing, they're going ah like that. The only thing I wanted to touch on besides that before we end this was a good video to pick because this is episode 92. I didn't hear or see any spoilers. What I wanted to say was, I said it during the video, Bo hugging Jester and saying, you saved my life, I was going to die, and blah, 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 blah. I assume that everyone in this campaign is going to almost die a lot of times. So things like that, if it's not specific, like if she goes, the polar bear that was about to kill you, and you lost 5 fingers and you're missing like a leg now, I'd be like, oh, that's serious. Because now I'm going to assume at this point that from here on, or at some point, Bo lost her leg and all her fingers. But if it's that vague where it's like, you were in trouble and I saved your life, that's nothing big. So I kind of like that they did that because that's a good way to establish a line of spoilers from here on. I'm just trying to make it where we could do things like this and not have to worry too much about spoilers. So if you guys have anything that's like similar or something like that, this I love. See, I'm almost sad I watched it because I love this format. I love having a drink. Like I would watch one of these a week. I would watch this episode every week with the show, have myself a beverage, watch them all lose their shit. It's called the Chaos Couch. So they must do this often, or it's 2.0. So they've had to have done it at least once or twice. But this is like my kind of thing. This is what I like to do in the live streams. We sit back, we have a drink, we bullshit, and then we watch some stuff. It's kind of that. You guys let me know what you think. I'm jumping into one more thing I'm going to do right after this. Sam's Ads Volume 1. They're roughly 20 minutes. I'm going to go jump into one of those for fun because I have a beautiful day and I feel like it. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The hour-long Patreon exclusive for Campaign 2 is there every Wednesday. It'll come out tomorrow. Then you also get the part 2 on YouTube. Same day. Friday, live stream. Patreon link in front of me. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.